Hey YouTubers, Resum TV here again, coming at you from live Warlords of Draenor. Finally, it dropped. No longer will we have to wait. So pumped. Happy to be here, bringing you guys my first heroic dungeon guide. And we're going to start it off with Shadowmoon Burial Grounds, of which there are 4 bosses in this wonderful dungeon. Which I don't really like because it's too damn dark in here and you can't see shit. Now, the first boss, Sedena Bloodfury. She got a few abilities. I'm just going to go over the main mechanics. First one being Dark Eclipse. This is going to do a little over 160,000 shadow damage. Group wide. Okay? You can't avoid it. Only way to stop it is standing on these little white lunar runes on the ground. Alright? You will see them absolutely. It gets pretty dark when she does this. Shouldn't be a problem. Once you get this buff, standing on these little white runes is going to reduce the damage that you take by 80%. Next ability you should watch out for in this fight is Dark Communion, and that's where she's going to summon an ad, and it's going to move at a relatively quick pace toward her, but the ad can be slowed, it can be stunned, it can be pretty much any type of crowd control, excluding hard CC. If the ad does reach her, though, unfortunately, it will heal her for 20% of her health, and it will increase her damage done by 10%. So it is very important that everyone help kill this ad, even the tank, if your DPS is low, because she'll just pretty much stand there and be channeling the spell. The next ability to be careful of is Daggerfall. This ability is complete RNG, who the dagger actually falls on, but if it does fall on you, it'll inflict 65,000 damage on impact. Now before the dagger hits, make sure that you're approximately 5 yards away from it, for it'll pulse for about 30,000 damage over the course of the fight to players within 4 yards. So that's quite a bit of damage to be taking on top of other AoE damage that is going out during this fight. Next boss, Nailish. Couple abilities here. This boss isn't too difficult. It's pretty simple, actually. The main mechanic is Soul Steal. Basically, this is going to place you in a realm by yourself, and you're going to take 6,500 damage every second for the duration spent inside of this realm. How do you get out of this realm? Well, there's a little soul walking around in there. You got to kill it. If you kill it within 20 seconds, you'll be returned to the world with a 40% damage and healing buff for 20 seconds. Next ability to watch out for, Void Devastation. It's random placement of shadow pools. The boss is just going to stand there, channel this ability. Do not stand in this. Stay out of the fire. We get it, Blizz. Except for Malkarok. God, people just did not want to soak those pools. Anyway, moving on. The next ability, Void Vortex. You guessed it, it's a vortex that pulls you in and deals damage if you're too close to Nailish. Now typically, he'll do this right before he does another ability he possesses called Planar Shift. And this is just basically a mage blink. So he'll Planar Shift to an area or blink to an area next to players, and then he'll Void Vortex immediately after. So when you see that Planar Shift happening, be ready to move. Blink, rocket boots, whatever. You definitely want to get out of that. Help your healer out. The next boss, Bone Maw. Bone Maw's main mechanic is an ability called Body Slam. Now he's going to slam his body down on the ground and inflict approximately 116,000 damage, as well as knocking the afflicted player or players back into the pool surrounding the boss. This is very bad. The way to combat this, obviously, avoid getting hit by Body Slam. If you are unfortunate enough, though, to get hit by Body Slam, there's these little geysers in the pool. You can just simply hop in them and they'll spring you back up to the platform. Seriously, though, try to avoid this. It's very simple. Next ability he has, Inhale. Bone Maw Hungry. He'll use this ability to deal about 130,000 damage and remove you from the platform. How do you avoid Inhale? He's going to spit out this disgusting looking bile, which is going to save our lives if we stand in it or near it during the Inhale ability. The damage is light. It's not even 10k. Actually, it's 12k. I lied. Sorry. It's light. Really, it's nothing to worry about. Being heroic geared, you should be able to. Your healer, excuse me, should be able to deal with this. And the last boss, Ner'zhul. Ner'zhul's main mechanic is called Ritual of Bones. Spooky. Basically, there's a line of skeletons that is going to move relatively slowly across the platform, destroying all in their wake. It's simple. Mark skull, kill skull. Range should be able to handle this no problem. Melee can help if the range DPS is a little wonky. Just be careful, melee, not to cross over that line. You'll be taking damage that you really shouldn't be. Next ability he's got is called Malevolence. It's a frontal cone with unlimited range. If you're caught in this, you will take about 110k damage and retain a nasty debuff, which is going to reduce the damage you deal by 50%. So for those of us who remember geometry, a frontal cone, the further you go out, the greater distance it covers. Try and stay somewhat close to the boss. If you're a tank, he should never be facing the group, ever. The next ability he's got, Omen of Death. This is completely proximity-based damage. It's an AoE, up to 50,000 damage. Stay as far away as you can from this thing. It is a little bit difficult, though, with Malevolence going on. And, of course, Ritual of Bones. There's definitely a lot of movement, but it can be done pretty pro as you continue to watch this video. So that's the first heroic guide. Tune in for more, guys. Please, I'm so happy to be back. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Really helps me out. And you guys can watch me on Twitch. I'm just getting things kind of set up with the schedule and everything like that. Things are kind of crazy right now. But we'll get everything ironed out. And you can follow me on Twitter at search for Resome TV. Thanks again, guys. Best of luck. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.